And now, a special award for a rising star in our community, who we tragically lost in December, Juan Ramon Rubio, Associate AIA. This award is given collaboratively by AIA Austin and Preservation Austin. Thank you to Preservation Austin Executive Director Lindsay Darrington for joining us today, as well as Juan Ramon's father, Ray, mother, Norma, and sister, Janie. I'd like to invite 2022 Associate Member of the Year Award winner and one of Juan Ramon's best friends, Viviana Trevino, up here to say a few words.
Hi, everybody. What an incredible way to honor such a charismatic, passionate, and incredible individual that JR was. Beyond being my dear friend, who I met in Texas Tech University about 14 years ago, JR was someone who, besides being my friend, I admired him immensely for his passion and his drive towards historic preservation and standing up for groups that have little to no voice in the community. JR was a person with a very clear, strict set of morals in every aspect of his life, and he abided by those morals every single day. In his professional life, JR sat on the board for the Historic Landmark Commission with the City of Austin, and he was also on the board for Preservation Austin. His work on these two boards has had an immense impact on buildings in which he himself helped designate them to become landmarks to our city's fabric, therefore protecting those buildings from future development. He also took great pride in being an alumni of the AIA Austin Leadership Collective. He was a born leader, but also appreciated learning from others. Another of his great passions was mentoring youth. That's something that him and I shared in common. He was a youth minister and sat on the board for Holiness for Christ. His faith was a huge motivator in his life, and was also on the board of the ACE mentorship program for many, many years. He loved giving back and he loved helping young people in any way that he could. I miss JR a lot and think about him really often. I'm actually really happy that this award ceremony is being held in this building today because he worked on this building. I'm really glad that y'all are here so you can experience his work firsthand. If you walk through the lobby later today, the post office was actually the first project that he ever worked on after college at Archie, Texas. Though I don't get to have my friend in this life here anymore, it brings me a lot of comfort and joy to able to experience his professional work and passion through this incredible lobby in this building that I get to see and experience every day. He and I talked really often about the challenges that our industry faces and how difficult and challenging it is to be an architect. His work on this building inspires me and motivates me every day to create works that will last beyond my life and all of ours. Lindsay and Ingrid, would you please come up and present this award to JR's father, Ray? And Ray, if you'd like to say a few words. Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank every one of you here this morning. I want to thank those who made it possible for these awards, as well as for this one that belongs to JR, as we call him. Juan Ramon, as you may have known him. Juan Ramon was pretty particular about who he called JR. You had to be in his close circle to be able to call him JR for short. JR, as I will just share a bit, he was always a leader from a very young age, and he always was a voice for students that didn't have a voice or didn't feel that they could have a voice. And so at a young age, he became a leader amongst his peers. And I got to see that. My family got to see that firsthand. He paid for his own way to go to overseas to, I believe, Europe with some of his students in high school. And we didn't pay for anything. I was surprised that he had 5 jobs that I counted during that time. He was paper route, doing some landscaping. He worked at a high school library. He worked at a public library. And he was just always had that drive to accomplish what he set out to accomplish. And so he pretty much made up his own money for the trip overseas. I was at first worried. I was like, well, I don't know how much this is going to cost me, being that my son always asked me what the budget was for the week, and I would tell him, well, the budget is kind of low right now. You'd never replenish the budget for me, But JR loved architecture from a young age. He loved downtown Chicago, where he enjoyed seeing the high-rise buildings, the skyscrapers, the skyline, and all the older buildings. And so typically when we went on trips, JR always had an agenda of what he was going to see, from the homes that were very special to him, to the post offices that were built back in a certain era. And so he always made it a point to visit those places. JR, one of the things about JR is that he surrounded himself with a board of trustees. Basically, those were his confidants. Those were the mentors that he had. Those were the people that he looked up to. Those were the people that he would sit there and hear and listen to and take advice from, because he knew that they were never going to point him in the wrong direction. And as he grew older, JR sat at my board of directors at the head chair, because I knew he would never lead me the wrong way. And I knew he always had a vision. He always had goals. He always thought big. And he always attempted to reach every one of those. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. He wouldn't take no for an answer. And so he had a big drive in him. And that drive was very large for his architectural love, for the preservation of buildings. I don't know how many times he said, Dad, I'm going to buy that building. Dad, I'm going to buy that building. Dad, I'm going to buy that building. They're all kind of run down and looking kind of sad, but those were the buildings that he wanted to be passionate about. And so I can just imagine what he would have been able to accomplish before we tragically lost him in December. But I want to thank everybody. Thank you so much for this presentation and for inviting us here.
Thank you. Thank you, Viviana and Juan Ramon's family, for sharing this moment with us. Your words remind us why our work, our community, matters so much.